I've got an idea. It's Tarot Tuesday again, and today we are talking about the Ace of Wands. This card I really view, even though it is minor arcana, which means it's second to anything that shows up in the major arcana, this card is one of the most important minor arcana cards that I feel shows up quite often in readings. Reason for that is this card is all about the spark of something new. This means you've got a new idea. It's all about inspiration, and it's all about action in that inspiration. And I feel like that's pretty important. That's what a lot of people want to do in their lives, right? You want to have a great idea and you want to see it come to fruition. So the Ace of Wands is really, I feel like, the most important card to inform us when we're about to start something new. So let's dig into the artwork on this one, shall we? Like usual, we're using the Rider-Waite artwork, which is the most commonly accepted artwork where the meaning of these cards come from. What you see with the Ace of Wands is you see a hand. It kind of reminds me of Monty Python. Anybody else? I think that Monty Python actually just took from the tarot, but that's a whole different story for another day. Today, let's talk about this. You've got this hand that's coming out of a cloud. In the hand is a wand. It's growing some leaves. It's very green, very fertile. You see a green plain. There's a castle in the background, and behind that, some small little mountains. So what does all of this mean? Well, the tarot is all about symbolism. Also, if we remember, each of these suits tells a journey. So the ace is the beginning of a journey. It's the start of something new. So if we look into the symbolism of the card, let's start with the clouds. Clouds are a common theme throughout all areas of our lives for a higher spiritual knowledge, a higher spiritual consciousness, a spiritual knowing. So when you see the hand coming out of the clouds, you can assume that this is something that's coming from a greater plane. Now, in terms of the tarot, that cloud can actually represent your higher self, the part of you that is always in that spiritual plane. So you're not necessarily getting insight or getting this idea from outside of you. It's not like you've got God coming down with some tablets telling you this is what you should do. What you have instead is a greater knowledge and awareness coming from your own higher self to guide you into your next actions. So when you see that hand coming from the cloud, the wand represents the idea. This is your new inspiration. In a different video, I talked about how wands can be associated with the fire sign. So a great way to think about this is like a match. That stick that you see there, think of it like a matchstick. This is the spark of a new idea. So you can use this to light the flame of something bigger. You've got a green fertile landscape. That means everything is poised, primed, and ready for you to succeed. The castle in the background represents some of what we want to achieve for ourselves. If you look at it, it's not quite finished. It looks like it's more of an idea or a thought of a castle. So if you put that in perspective of what this card means, it's about the spark of a new idea that will come to fruition at some time. So the castle can be another sort of tangible representation of this is the idea of a castle, and over time it will start to gain form and gain function. You see mountains in the background. Mountains are a common theme within the tarot. We talk about these a lot. You see mountains symbolically throughout all different areas of your life, usually meaning an obstacle that you have to overcome. So the fact that they show up here represents the exact same thing. You know that there are obstacles that are to come, but for the time being, where this idea is new and it's fresh, we know that there's things to come, but we don't have to deal with that today. Reversed, this card still means it's a new idea, but it means that there's a little bit of a lack of direction, a little bit more ambiguity behind it. Right side up, it's an idea, it's a spark, and you know what you need to do, and you know you're ready to just go. Reversed, it's more like you've got the idea, but you feel a little overwhelmed and not quite sure even how to start. But again, I don't read reversals because too much work. These cards were designed to be shown upright. If you have a deck that the artwork is specifically shown both directions, upright and reversed, and of course read reversals with that deck. But obviously you're going to do what you want to do, so that's just my 2 cents about it. That is the Ace of Wands for you today. Hope you've enjoyed this Tarot Tuesday. We will see you next week, and if you've got a great new idea, go for it. The Ace is telling you, get it done. All right, take care. We'll see you next time. And hey, for you on YouTube, feel free to give this video a subscribe and a like. I do these videos every week, and I'm really excited to bring more content to you. So as long as you get those reminders, you're never going to miss anything. And feel free to comment below what you want to hear in these videos. Take care.